Raise your hand if you can remember Ryung. Actually, don't raise your hand. 1, nobody can see you, and 2, we've already got a suspicious probe on the map. We're gonna have to talk about our Korean Terran player a little bit later. But with MaxPax doing his thing, something tells me I better try to get at least one intro in. Pylon down. They say you're only young once, but that's not really true, because some people know how to Ryung!
Current world rank 73.
And there we have it. A proxy pylon hiding at the lateral third. No sign of a forge just yet. With that location, we could be looking at a hidden gateway. Rax goes down for Ryung. He doesn't know it yet, but the race is on. This must be MaxPax's way of saying welcome back from the military. And there's that hidden gateway right at the top of the ramp. If you follow the news at all, you know that Congress has passed a law to limit the number of Paxes. It's Bill 107, known as the MaxPax!
Current world rank 26.
Be sure to write to your local senator to complain. I, for one, can never have enough Pax. This little worker battle is a distraction for the storm that is coming. Congrats to MaxPax, by the way, for cracking top 30 in the rankings. That is impressive. And how about Ryung? He's already ranked again, and he was only going to be playing casually. He wasn't going to play professionally. His wrist couldn't take it. And then, 2 months ago, he's joined a pro team, and here he is. Note that Ryung got an early gas. He was able to jump right into that factory. MaxPax starts chrono boosting a zealot. It's rallied right for the Terran base. But he's also started a cybernetics core. With just a single gate, I don't think this is meant to be all in. There is a Marine out on the map now, but with a reactor under construction, there's only going to be one Marine when that zealot hits. And that rally point has been cancelled. Looks like MaxPax is going to build up his zealots before he springs his surprise. Command center goes down for Ryung, and we do have a nexus for MaxPax. Core about to complete. I'm dying to find out what that's going to mean for our Protoss player. Is he adding tech to this? Factory will complete for Ryung. Ah, it's a stalker for MaxPax. He's going to ambush him with a mix of zealots and stalkers. Actually, it looks like the zealots are already a go. Ryung's going to be caught doing a reactor switch. The Marine sees it. He's like, I could shoot those shields all day before I bring down a zealot. And that Marine could find himself cornered. Nope, MaxPax goes for the building SCV instead. That's going to be a first blood. Depots are raised. Stalker's here. He's going to get that Marine. Oh, fantastic kill animation. That's one of my faves. And a pylon goes down in the Terran natural. I am so wrong. This is going to be a serious siege. That depot was down to 60 hit points. That was a big time save by those SCVs. The reactored Hellions are here, but they cannot do enough. Maybe the Widow mines being built can. Oh, another repair save on that Hellion. Those SCVs are the heroes here. Command center is cancelled, and it's a shield battery for MaxPax. Ryung's trying to get up a bunker. This is really close. Widow mines pop out. Can they bury? The zealots go to work. One dies, one's down. There's the shot. Both zealots die. And the Widow mine tries to escape behind the wall. The SCVs block the stalkers. Fire everyone else in the Terran army. These SCVs are amazing. But their day is about to get even worse. An adept has just shown up. Ryung retreats back to his base. The shield battery completes. And the rejuvenated stalker picks off the SCV trying to build the bunker. A second one comes in to replace him. I've never seen SCVs repair a buried mine before. These are no ordinary SCVs. I think we zoom in, we'll find out they're secretly Bob the Builder. A tank is halfway done. If that completes, it's going to really change the dynamic here. I know Ryung thinks so. He's confident enough to rebuild his command center. He's got his bunker finished with 2 Marines in it, and of course an SCV repairing it. But that shield battery's keeping that stalker in play. Here comes a second one. But the tank has sieged. Dead is home. MaxPax pulls back. He does have a robo building at home. Ryung is building a cyclone out of that factory now. With MaxPax pulling back, that shield battery is now forfeit. But MaxPax's expansion is done. Saturated even. The name of the game is just to slow down Ryung's expansion as long as he can. Oh, that shield battery needs a shield battery. The Hellions streak out and discover that MaxPax is still there. But what they don't know is that MaxPax is building a Twilight Council at home. And a warp prism. The shield battery is out of the way and the pylon is next on Ryung's list of things to blow apart. Who doesn't love checking things off their to-do list? I think that warp prism's rallied right into the Terran natural. No, it's been cancelled. Ryung moves to reclaim his expansion. MaxPax does not have the units. He tries to prove me wrong by killing a Hellion, but I think it's going to cost him that Adept. Well, actually, a Stalker. The Adept shaded away. But as a prize, Ryung's going to get to destroy an unguarded proxy. Oh, MaxPax is so daring, he's going to warp in an extra Stalker, just so he can link it up with his next attack, which is here already. The Stalker count goes up to 5. I don't see Blink for them though, but MaxPax does have an Observer out. He may have the mobility and vision, but it's Ryung who's got the army right now. It's MaxPax though who has the economy, so he who has the bigger army is really something that's subject to potential change. Oh, Ryung is looking to push out right as MaxPax is looking to push in. MaxPax is going to pick off a free tank. No, he won't. That was very fortunate for Ryung. If MaxPax had just waited a couple of seconds, Ryung's base would have been wide open. As it is, Ryung's going to muscle him back. Except that MaxPax being MaxPax is going to try to micro some hits in anyway. If he keeps this up, he's just going to lose all his Stalkers. In tank mode, tanks outrange Stalkers by 1. Oh, a terrific Nexus recall. MaxPax saves 4 out of the 5 Stalkers. Who am I to question the kid? He warps his Stalker count up to 8, and he starts Blink, and he's going to add an Immortal. Interestingly, Ryung is adding a Liberator. That's before any medevacs. Even more power, even less mobility. Definitely 2 styles at war here. And I think those 2 styles are about to meet. Too bad Ryung gave up his ramp. He did, though, bring a Viking to try to deal with that Warp Prism. And a medevac, which means the caster was clearly not watching. MaxPax retreats, and that lets him link up with his first Immortal. Oh, he's gonna try a warp in the field with that Viking out there. He cancels it to save the Warp Prism. Ryung is really pushing MaxPax back, and he's brought 3 Bob the Builders with him. The Terran tank count is at 3, and they're all getting repaired in the field. Can we win this? Yes, we can! Tanks are sieged. Protoss has to pull back. MaxPax retreats to his double shield batteries. He is building a Nexus at his 3rd. Bob the Builder goes for double bunkers. MaxPax says, I'm too young to remember your show, and he kills the bunkers. But Bob the Builder's not giving up. He's going to try to build another one. And the Liberator has arrived. It's a mauve circle of doom. MaxPax pulls out of the range. Not so trivial trivia. Liberators cannot hit structures. They can't shoot the shield batteries. Ryung says, that's why I brought tanks. MaxPax retreats all the way to his main. Blink is almost done for him, and he's waiting on another Immortal. If he can just bide his time, he might be able to force his way out of this. But waiting means that bunker's gonna complete, and his 3rd is gonna be cut off. Shield batteries are gone. And I think Ryung dropped a bunch of mules because he's just captured the economic lead. Oh, MaxPax elevated a 2nd force outside of his base. Is he going to try to counterattack with it, or is he going to go for a big sandwich? Ryung leapfrogging bunkers right into the natural. This is how Flash did it. Incremental perfection. Oh, double Immortals in that Warp Prism. The sandwich is coming back. High perfection, meet Immortal drops. He's blinked onto the tanks. Ryung's army supply just drops in half. Is the last Viking going to get that Warp Prism? No, he does not. It survives with just 22 hit points. The bunker at the natural finishes, but there's no Marines left to load it with. And now the victorious defender swings his army northward for vengeance. Ryung pulls back his reinforcing units. There's nothing left to reinforce. He's trying to get stim pack and combat shields for his Marines, as well as +1 attack. MaxPax is only just starting his forge, but he is getting a robotics facility. MaxPax discovers Ryung's lateral 3rd is empty. He checks the triangular 3rd, and he's going to be happy with what he finds. Oh, this might be more than just 3rd base denial. He's got an observer here. He could be looking to blink up. There's a Marine guarding the cliff, but it's not enough. MaxPax is inside. The blink is followed by an elevator drop. Ryung needs his siege tanks. 4 more Stalkers warping in. The tech lab on the factory is destroyed. Ryung pulls all his Bob the Builders. Can we hold this? Yes, we can. But only at the cost of their lives. There's 9 dead SCVs already. Ryung's down to 7 Marines. His tank finally comes out and it gets blinked on. And that's the GG. A great performance by Ryung, but he was not holding that. So how about some props for MaxPax? I think we can arrange that. So I should probably say something analytical about this game, but what I really want to show you is this. An unrealistic but very cool death animation is the bilateral bisection. When a zealot kills a marine, there's a percentage chance that he just might split in half slowly. MaxPax has left the scene and the marine is still peeling itself apart. This, kids, is why you don't play with psionic knives. I know Artanis and Zeratul may make them look cool, but this guy's gonna need more than a couple stitches. And then as long as I'm showing you StarCraft stuff that's simultaneously disgusting and cool, check out this amazing piece of art. It's by a 3D artist named Sean Frisby, and he kindly shared it on Reddit. He's depicted the Zeratai, which is a Protoss clan who wears Zerg remains as trophies. Let's be honest, that's taking taxidermy to a whole new level. That stuffed elk on your wall don't look so impressive now, does it? Move over, Armani. My clothes are things that kill you. So, back to the game. MaxPax's opener was brilliantly defended by Ryung and his amazing repair crew, but it still did the job for the Protoss. The Terran natural expansion was killed, and its replacement was delayed. From there, MaxPax cut corners on units, keeping Ryung busy with a small but dangerous army. That meant once Ryung made his push, MaxPax had the resources to deal with it. I think it was big that when MaxPax simultaneously blinked and dropped on Ryung's army, the Terran did not have Stimpack yet. If those Marines stim, that stunt is a lot harder to pull off. The tanks couldn't fire reliably because most of MaxPax's army was inside the minimum range. And the Marines couldn't go toe-to-toe with the Stalkers because they didn't have their Ultra DPS enhancer. From there, MaxPax wins the game. He has the tech to blink into Ryung's main, leaving the Terran with just too big a border to defend with too few units. So, congrats to MaxPax. But I really want to gush on Ryung for returning to the scene. The ex-Slayers player had a killer instinct and was widely known for having a cinematic death stare that was second only to that of Jaedong. StarCraft hasn't really had anything like it ever since. So, love the Ryung. 2 quick notes. 1, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It really supports the channel. 2, if you missed the game from last Sunday, you might want to try and catch it. It features 2 alternate races, the Genetron and the Zayed. And if you've never seen that craziness before, I highly recommend. So until we meet again on a mineral-encrusted map, let me just say, from my base to yours, Zugzwang out. To continue your StarCraft journey, Nova advises you to click the video in the upper rectangle. But Kerrigan warns you to watch your 6 and click the video in the bottom rectangle. Or you can Stimpack your StarCraft experience. Subscribe to Zugzwang StarCraft. Just hit the circle. From my base to yours, Zugzwang out.